Hey guys, Jonathan here, and it is official, this is the iPhone 7. So I just got back from the chaos that was the Apple event, got a chance to see Timmy take the stage, and surprisingly announced that Apple partnered with Nintendo to bring Mario to the iPhone, which was awesome. But more importantly, there were two brand new iPhones announced, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. There was a ton of information and a lot to digest, so I'm going to break it down into 10 things to know before buying. Now for those coming from the nation, welcome to the channel. I've got a chance to read a few of the comments which have been incredible, so thank you for the love. If you have no idea what's going on, myself and Philip DeFranco, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, have joined forces to give away two brand spanking new iPhone 7s. So for a chance to win one of those iPhone 7s, just make sure you're subscribed here on my channel, maybe drop a like if you're feeling extra awesome. And for a chance at that second iPhone 7, head over to Phil's channel, subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out his video, which I will link down below. We're gonna announce the winners the day the iPhone 7 comes out, so hit that subscribe button and maybe throw on notifications so you don't miss out. So jumping in, the first thing that you need to know is that it's official, the headphone jack is dead. Now we had a pretty good idea that this was coming with the leaks and the rumors, but there was still that doubt and that question of would Apple actually remove the headphone jack, and yep, they did. So with that said, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus will ship bundled with Lightning headphones. There is a Lightning to 1/8 inch adapter that's going to allow you to use standard wired headphones, and shockingly, Apple's including this with the phone and not going to charge you $78 as an accessory. Now this also led to the introduction of Apple's new AirPods, which essentially are wireless earpods. I'm not really quite sold on the looks yet, and beyond that, I can already see people losing these things. On the positive side, the removal of the headphone jack has led to stereo speakers on the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. There's one at the top and one at the bottom. What's cool though is that it's smart enough to know whether you're holding the phone in landscape or portrait, and what that's going to do is output that stereo sound in the correct orientation. Now the next thing that you need to know is that there are two brand new colors. The first of which is jet black, which looks really nice. It's got this super sleek glossy finish, but spoiler alert, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. The second new color is simply dubbed black, but oh my god, this thing looks incredible. Not gonna lie, getting a chance to see this up close in person, I felt like Jim Carrey. It is a really pretty phone, and probably the one I will be picking up. Unfortunately, what this does mean is the death of space gray, which does make me a little sad inside because it is my current favorite color. Luckily, I think the black iPhone 7 will help me get over that, but total now, there are 5 color options for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus: jet black, black, silver, gold, and rose gold. So next up, for the third thing that you need to know, I'm going to hand it off to The Rock. The iPhone 7 is water resistant. Now yes, I know this isn't new, it's not revolutionary, and there are other phones that are capable of this, but if you're an iPhone user, this is fantastic news. Next up, the fourth thing that you need to know is that there is a brand new home button. So this is very similar to the MacBook trackpads, where you're not actually physically clicking a button, and what's actually happening is underneath through a Taptic engine, it's actually simulating a click. So the best way I could describe this over video is if the iPhone 7 were turned off and you press the button, nothing is going to happen. Now getting a chance to check this out in person, it definitely was a little weird at first, but the more and more I used it, the more comfortable I felt. And as far as how it works on the MacBook, I am a huge fan of that, so I think it's a very positive thing for the iPhone 7. So following that, the fifth thing that you need to know is that the iPhone 7, or rather what's inside the iPhone 7, which is the A10 Fusion chip, is fast AF. Now this is a quad-core chip, but the way Apple explained it, it's more so a pair of dual-core processors, one high-performance pair and then one low-performance pair that switch off back and forth depending on how you're using your phone. Regardless though, it is 120 times faster than the original iPhone. It's rocking a 6-core GPU, and getting a chance to see gaming and graphics up close and personal, it looks really good. What's also cool is obviously it is going to be faster than the previous A9 processor, but what's awesome is that it's doing this at 2/3 less power. So next up at number 6 is that the camera should be insanely good. With the iPhone 7, you're getting 12 megapixels on the back and 7 on the front. What's awesome though is the iPhone 7 now includes optical image stabilization, which was something missing on the iPhone 6s and 6. I got a chance to briefly check that out, and it wasn't the craziest environment, but it did seem to work really well. On top of that, you get an f1.8 aperture, quad LED flash, and while it really wasn't the best environment to actually take pictures, getting a chance to look at some of the pictures that were supposedly taken on the iPhone 7, those looked really good. Now with the iPhone 7 Plus, you're getting everything the iPhone 7 has, plus the addition of a second lens. So how it works is there's one wide angle lens and one telephoto lens where you can switch back and forth. On top of that, what this does is gives you instant 2x optical zoom or up to 10x digital zoom. Beyond that, and again, this isn't a new feature and we've seen it on other phones, but a huge thing with the iPhone 7 Plus is the depth of field effect. What this essentially allows you to do is get that really nice blurred out background but still have your subject in focus. And again, much like the iPhone 7, seeing some of these demo pictures on the iPhone 7 in person, those looked really good. Obviously, this is something I will definitely have to test out further when I get one in myself, but for now it definitely looks promising. Now on top of just stills, I also got a chance to check out some of the new live photos, which looked a ton better. I believe there was some sort of collaboration with Instagram to bring boomerang functionality to the live photos, which makes them flow a ton better. I also got a chance to check out some video that again was supposedly recorded with the iPhone 7, and that looked incredible. So needless to say, I am super stoked for the camera. The next up at number 7 is actually something that Apple did not include, and that is wireless charging. All the rumors about the headphone jack, the water resistance, the colors, those were all spot on, but the speculation about the iPhone 7 charging wirelessly didn't happen. Now next up at number 8 is the fact that the screen is better, but it's the same resolution. Both the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are 25% brighter and offer a much wider color gamut, and don't get me wrong, these look really good in person, but the resolution has remained exactly the same. The iPhone 7 is rocking a 4.7-inch 1334 by 750 display, while the iPhone 7 Plus keeps the same 5.5-inch 1920 by 1080p display. There really wasn't any expectations for a higher resolution display. I kind of hoped Apple would surprise us, but as of now, we're not going to see anything higher resolution until the next iPhone in 2017. Following at number 9 is the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus will have better battery life. Now this is actually fantastic news because any amount of additional battery is a good thing. The iPhone 7 will supposedly get you 2 hours more than an iPhone 6s, whereas the iPhone 7 will get you 1 hour more than a 6s Plus. In a world where phones are getting thinner and in turn that sacrifices battery life, it is nice to see the iPhone 7 not go backwards. So as far as that goes, that is definitely a win. Now lastly at number 10, and we can all celebrate with this one, is the fact that 16GB iPhones are finally dead. So with the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, you're looking at 32GB as the base model, and then from there it jumps all the way up to 128 or 256 gigs. Now unfortunately, if you want that jet black glossy fingerprint magnet, you're gonna need to spend more money to get it because it is not available on the 32GB model. Now pre-order starts September 9th at 12:01 AM Pacific, so if you're East Coast or somewhere else, you're gonna have to stay up late. And as far as when they hit the stores, that is September 16th, which is right around the corner. Aside from that, thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet for a chance to win an iPhone 7. Check out Philly D's video below for a chance at that second iPhone, and I will catch you guys later.